If you're looking for the best sponge filter, here's a list you must see. We made this list based on our personal preference and sorted it based on their features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturers and customer feedback. Also, we've included options for every type of customer. So let's get started. At the first position of our list, we have Lefunpets sponge filter. Sometimes an affordable, straightforward sponge filter is ideal for one's needs. Where others add extra biological filtration capacity, the Lefunpets prefers to stick to classic designs. Lefunpets has models ranging from one rated for 5-10-gallon aquariums to a massive unit suitable for up to 80-gallon aquariums. This particular filter uses a unique 6-hatch design and a non-biodegradable synthetic material that will last years being submerged and colonized by bacteria. The pore size of the sponge is also especially small. This trade-off makes it faster to clog if your water has a lot of suspended debris, but is more efficient at processing ammonia and other dissolved chemicals. To aid in maintenance, the tubing and plastic attachments can all be detached and reassembled in mere minutes. This way, you don't have to dig around for a user manual every few weeks when you need to clean the unit. All that's required for operation is an air pump, air line, and check valve to prevent water from flowing upwards in case of power outages. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Aquaneat Aquarium Bio Sponge Filter Corner Filter. Classic sponge filters like the Lefunpets and Aquaneat Bio Sponge may seem identical at first glance, but there are some differences that are important to many aquarists that you should consider. Compared to the Lefunpets design, one difference is the larger pores of the Aquaneat sponge. This trade-off works in reverse. While there is less surface area on and within the sponge filter for beneficial bacteria to make a home, it's better at screening your water for pieces of floating debris. Another is the corner molded shape, which allows you to more efficiently make use of the area a fish tank allows. The Aquaneat design molds better into the aquascape versus the rounded or blocky shapes of other sponge filters. Its only real drawback is that it doesn't break down as completely as the Lefunpets, which can be taken apart entirely for deep cleaning. The number 3 position is held by Aquaneat Aquarium Air-Driven Bio Corner Filter Sponge. As much as I love the Aquaneat Bio Sponge, they have an even more interesting air-driven Bio Corner filter to explore. This unit builds on the foundation of a traditional sponge filter, which is essentially a sponge connected to a plastic spout and airline tubing. Now we see a plastic media compartment with not only a bio sponge but confloss and ceramic rings as well. The first level is a triple layer of sponges that gradually increase in density as water penetrates the unit. It's best to reverse the stacking order as shown in the photograph. Next, a layer of included pebbles acts as a counterweight for the slightly buoyant plastic and foam. Finally, included ceramic rings provide extra high-density living space for beneficial bacteria to colonize. Remember that you never need to change these out, as you would chemical media. Also, you can modify the layers, removing either a layer of foam or the ceramic rings to make room for activated carbon, ammonia-absorbing resin, or other specialty chemical media. Next at number 4, we have Hygger Aquarium Double Sponge Filter. Hygger is becoming a major brand in the world of online aquarium products. They are known not only for quality sponge filters but affordable LED lighting as well. The Hygger design is one of the best balance in terms of catering to the needs of aquarists while sticking to the simplistic style that sponge filters do so well. We get a twin sponge design in all of their units, which are rated for aquariums of 10 to 55 gallons in volume. Hygger went with a fine-pored bio sponge here, which normally sacrifices flow capacity for increased biological filtration ability. However, by using twin sponges with multiple grooves cut into them, Hygger increased their total surface area, effectively negating the flow penalty. And once water flows past the bio sponges, a secondary chamber full of spherical ceramic media balls provides another boost of biological filtration action, sucking up any leftover ammonia or nitrites missed by the initial screening. Hygger also allowed for the air-water outlet tube to telescope up and down in order to best fit a particular aquascape. Lastly, each unit includes 2 spare sponges, as the sponges decay over time. The number 5 position is held by Upettools Aquarium Biochemical Sponge Filter. One aspect of the Upettools biochemical sponge filter that catches my attention is the included rear suction cups lining the air-water outlet tube. These provide a way of securing the sponge filter to the glass and preventing it from floating away or being easily disturbed by larger fish. Upettools has also put thought into how flow leaves the unit and made the head of the outlet tube adjustable a full 360°. The neon green and black sponges are available in both single and double sponge models. I appreciate that Upettools gives us this choice because both offer noteworthy benefits. A green sponge is easier to gauge for maintenance purposes. It will steadily turn dark green and then brown, signaling that you need to clean the unit. Green also makes it easier to observe fish fry, baby shrimp, and other small animals that might be grazing on the sponge. A black sponge is less visible, which makes it easier to hide in the aquascape but harder to gauge when service is needed. The number 6 position is dominated by Huijukon Double Bio Sponge Filter Foam Filter. If you're undecided about the simplicity of a sponge filter without ceramic media but want the extra flow potential of a double sponge, Huijukon's design is just right for you. This unit does away with a secondary bioreactor full of ceramic balls in favor of tall twin bio sponges. Each sponge has 9 grooves cut into the surface, which not only improves the ability of water to circulate around them but increases their total surface area as well. Normally, fine-pored sponge like the Huijukon are quick to clog with heavy waste, but the improved flow and greater surface area of the unit keeps this from happening. And you also reap the benefits of the smaller micropores, which provide extra interior surface area for beneficial bacteria to colonize. The Huijukon also has suction cups attached to the air-water outlet tube, so it can be fixed into place despite its natural buoyancy and the attention of curious fish. The tube can also be adjusted in height from 9.4 to 13.8 inches, and the outlet spigot can be directed to create ideal circulation for any aquarium. Moving on to the next at number 7 with Aquatop Aquatic Supply's Classic Aquaflow Sponge Aquarium Filter. The Aquatop Aquaflow Sponge Filter is going to blend beautifully with your aquascape, featuring high-quality foam and laid-back aesthetics. Keeping a healthy environment in your betta fish aquarium just got easier with this classic Aquaflow sponge. To begin with, this quality sponge filter has a 5-inch diameter. So, even if your fish tank is a bit small, you shouldn't have any problem adding the product. It's recommended that the filter stays a few inches below the water line for creating bubbles. All you need to do is add an air pump and an air tube. Now, if you're working with a taller tank, you can easily swap its lift tube for a larger size. This Aquatop sponge filter promotes healthy bacteria growth inside the aquarium. As for the bubbles, they produce a good amount of surface agitation for oxygenating the water. The number 8 position is held by Huijukon Sponge Filter. If your sponge filter keeps the whole house awake, you can give Huijukon a shot. This one is tranquil and leaves a beautiful stream of tiny bubbles behind. The Huijukon Sponge Filter is a great choice for 10 to 60-gallon aquariums. We think this is the best sponge filter because it features 2 exclusive biomedia containers. So, if your aquarium pollution is off the charts, you can have Huijukon take care of it. Apart from breaking down toxic ammonia with beneficial bacteria, it also offers mechanical filtration that traps floating waste. We recommend the Huijukon sponge filter for a betta tank with snails, shrimps, crayfish, fry, discus, and angelfish. The material is highly porous, and it's made of a double 9-layered root sponge. Lastly, maintaining this sponge filter for aquariums is pretty straightforward. It's going to last over a year and give you good value for your money. Next at number 9 we have Bacto-Surge High Density Foam Filter. Here we have another high-density sponge filter that keeps your betta fins safe and your troops healthy. This foam filter by Bacto-Surge is for the teensiest aquariums and nano tanks. You can use it as a dedicated tank where you keep the fry. This filter is excellent for hospital tanks and quarantine tanks for its gentle yet effective output. It keeps the floating debris and harmful nitrates away from your fish. Maintaining a suitable ecosystem in your fish tank is easier than you think. From oxygenating the water to breaking down harmful waste, Bacto-Surge sponge filters got everything covered. You also don't need an airline extension for this one. Its airflow performance was way impressive compared to many top-tier sponge filters on the market. In short, this is the best sponge filter for grow-out tanks because it effectively cleans the water without sucking in small fish. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by Luster Hydro Sponge Roman 3 Filter for aquariums. Whether it's a betta tank or a grow-out tank, you can't deny that good sponge filters keep your fish healthy and happy. This hydro sponge is made of a patented sponge foam with the highest debris-catching quality. To begin with, the hydro sponge traps floating waste and debris so that your fish can thrive in clean water. It mechanically cleans the aquarium water without harming baby fry in the process. What's unique about this sponge filter is that you can use it either horizontally or vertically. Since it comes with a heavy base, it comfortably submerges into the water. If you ask us, we had our fair share of floating sponge filter problems to know which products will work. Finally, its roomy lift tube makes it possible for the filter to move a high volume of water. And the best part, you don't need an adapter for using a power head. That's all for today. We upload fishing product review videos every single day. So, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.